Welcome to Meet the Crew. Today we're going to talk to Kevin at Brodustrial Light Magic. Kevin, so why don't you go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself?
I joined the Legion in 2015, I believe, October.
Been a long time.
Yeah, it's just been great nonstop memories and fun ever since.
We're talking to all of our main crew members, the guys that have the skills and have learned the skills and, have been helping each other build stuff. So you have a lot of the different skill sets. So tell us, when we made the shirts and we presented each crew member with their specialty, you got like a whole slew of back writing.
I got to pick a litter for them.
Yeah. So what do you got? What kind of skills do you bring to Brodustrial?
So I majored in graphic design in college. So I have a lot of the technical computer and art programs. So I do a lot of the photoshopping and running anything, printing the die cut labels and that we use on various parts of costumes and shirts.
Right. So so you've helped us get a lot of the stickers, the die cut stickers. I know some of our other members, Mike and some of the other guys, have also made the stickers as well.
Yep.
But you do a lot of the photoshopping, the images when we take pictures of the costumes and make trading cards.
On the Legion side, a lot of trading cards.
You do a lot of that. So what else you do? I know obviously you do a lot with the props, right?
Do a lot of props here. Anytime we need a hand with something, I'm always willing to come by to help out. When I first started, I had very minimal experience with a lot of this stuff. The closest I had was wood shop in middle school.
Yeah.
So I came here and a lot of the stuff just started coming back to me, especially instead using a lot of different power tools. And a big department I got in on was the sewing. That was one where I picked up pretty well, and again, I haven't taken a home ec class or anything like that since middle school, and I sat down at the machine, I was like, alright, well I remember you have to do it this way, and next thing you know, I was starting to make pockets for scout troopers and cummerbunds, and making all the patches.
Right, a lot of us, we all had to learn how to do the working with the plastic and the Dremels and the hard armor and the plastic parts, and then only select few have the skills to do the computer side and the graphics and all that, and even designing the logos and stuff. And then, some of us have learned to sew. We taught ourselves to sew, but a lot of it is just the basic, sewing, Velcro together on or straight slots and all that. But you've also progressed to I've made some cummerbunds and stuff before and some pockets, but when it comes to ripping out seams or sleeves and that's even a higher level of sewing. And that's something that you taught yourself and got some help with, like Shelby and some of the other members, right?
They've all been great help for me. There's always someone better at what I'm learning, and I'm always listening to them on how to do something.
So how'd you get introduced into costume making?
So I've always heard of the 501st Legion, ever since I was in high school. It showed up in Star Wars Insider, and I was like, oh, this is really cool. These guys have stormtrooper costumes straight off the screen. That's amazing. It was always just something in my mind, but probably early 2015, my friend invited me out. There was an event going on at a local ice skating rink. It was just Star Wars ice skating day. I was like, all right, cool, I'll come hang out. And I met several of the troopers, you included.
I was on ice skates in my Biker Scout outfit doing circles in the ring. I remember that day.
So
it was great.
I finally got talking to some of the members, and I realized that this is a much more achievable dream than I thought. It was always something that's too much work, too much money out of my mind.
Yeah, a lot of people are intimidated. They see the costumes at a show or on TV or at a convention or in a magazine, and they're like, oh, I could never make something like that. It's so complicated, and it's and then you're like, oh. You look at it up close, you talk to us, we're very, very approachable, very encouraging. We're like, nah, you can 100% do it, join in, let's do it.
Yeah, no,
and from that day, you started, building costumes, and you've been a big part of our crew. You're close to me, in area-wise.
Yeah.
So you're one of the guys that is always up here helping out.
Yeah.
And
whenever someone needs help, I'm always on.
Yeah, and
let's
it's
meet up
nice.
here and take care of it.
Yep, it's nice because a lot of us, we put together our own projects, aside to work on other ones.
Mm-hmm.
And I know we've had some challenging costume builds.
Yes, we've had.
Right. The first one was sort of the group build for the TIE Fighter armor, right?
Yeah, they were just some rough kits, some bad cut lines, some warped pieces.
And we also made Ralph do a lot of that.
Yeah.
we turned a lot lot of it over to Ralph.
We did.
We found other things that we had to do at the time. And,
it was easier that way.
But tell us about the infamous, I didn't want to say it, gunner helmet. The first gunner helmet.
The first gunner helmet, yeah. So that was a fun one. I bought a gunner helmet kit, and I had everything for the TIE Fighter pilot. I was like, all right, this is just a different helmet. Let's get another costume out of this. So I bought the kit, got to me, and we're looking at it, and thought the TIE Pilot had no cut lines. This one had next to nothing. So we gauged everything we could, and we started putting it together how it looked. And we got to some parts where we went, well, we probably should have measured out this part a little better or done a little more research on it. So we had to take it apart 2 or 3 times to put it back together 3 or 4 times. Yeah,
you're being kind. Some kits, some vendors send kits that have really sharp, lines where you know where to cut, and again, the experience comes into play. If we built together collectively, we built dozens of stormtroopers and biker scouts and stuff. So you don't even need cut lines because you know where everything goes. The TIE Fighter helmets are nothing more than a Rebel, X-wing helmet on top of a stormtrooper helmet. So a lot of stuff you can figure out. But for the gunner, we kind of we're a little bold and we're like, it's easy. That kit didn't happen to have any real instructions, and it's not something we had ever tackled before. Nope. And we just kind of put 2 pieces together and said, it looks like it goes like that, and just started cutting.
Cutting and gluing.
We realized we cut off a piece that we really shouldn't have, and had to reattach that. And then from there, it was getting it. That was a nightmare.
Ever since then, I learned to do proper research on everything I look at first before I start to cut.
And so you finally did finish that helmet.
I did,
We celebrated that day, and then down the road, another member brought in got a helmet, and we're like, I'm just like, give that to Kevin. Don't even do that. Don't even go in the corner of a shop out of my view because it's giving me,
we were relegated to the back door there, and we made all the same mistakes the second time.
And even though we know what I'm doing and you know what you're doing, we still screwed that one up as well. So needless to say, gunner helmets are not welcome in the shop.
We did finish both of them. Yes. Both helmets got approved, and we both trooped with them very.
Yeah, maybe third time's a charge.
Maybe
a charm.
We'll bring it.
What was the most enjoyable costume that you made? It doesn't even have to be yours. I mean, you've helped make a lot of other costumes, but what was your favorite costume to work on?
I would still have to say probably my Death Trooper.
I knew you were going to say that. That came out really
just a lot of fun with it.
So basically, you bought and assembled a Stormtrooper outfit.
Yep.
And then ripped it apart.
Yes, exactly.
Right, because that's what normal people do. They build something very nice and perfect and pristine.
Throw it on the ground, step on it, throw some paint on it.
Dremel it, scratch it, weather it. That's definitely been a hit. That's and that's actually an approvable costume.
Yes.
Which is really cool. And you inspired me to take one of my old kind of jump kits and make a zombie biker scout. Yeah. That's not approvable for the Legions because it's not a real character, but it is fun to wear. We wear it on Halloween together. We walk around and bump into things. And
it's a lot of fun when the season's right.
And the kids aren't even scared of it. They seem they just want to come up and give you hugs.
Yep.
So it's defeats the purpose of being a zombie. But,
that's why you got to act it out and sell it real well.
What's your favorite thing that you made? Because we make a lot of different props and we made some bags and some other stuff.
We've done a lot of great ones. Bags are fun. They're always a hit. The Gonk Droid's a popular piece. Everyone loves the trash compactor when we bring it out. We've always been retouching and working on that. I think my favorite that I got to help with the assembly on is probably the E-Web cannon.
Yeah, that was a challenge, and that was a lot of fun, and that came out pretty nice. And I think we can hopefully, we wanted to upgrade it this season, but with everything that went on, it was tough to do. So we still have hope. Maybe in the fall we can circle back and work on that.
Starts to get a little cool after work.
Yeah. What's your favorite thing about trooping and being out with the public in the costumes?
Probably the friends I've made along the way. It's met so many great people there. We've had so many great friendships. A common love of Star Wars and costuming brought us all together, and I found people to talk about, you know, some of my other favorite hobbies, like going to concerts and shows with, talking movies. One of my favorite hobbies is Lego sets, and I found a whole niche group of Lego 501st members, and we're always talking Lego news. So
yeah, it's funny. We talked to Joe B earlier, and again in the group, it's you know, you get together with people that normally you might not have gotten together with. You know, but you and I had a lot in common with music and you know, stuff and others. We probably would have hung out anyway. Well, I guess we better get back to work.
Probably.
You're busy back there working on your helmet.
Yeah, I got a lot of more projects going on. I'll always do.
Yeah, so thanks for sitting down with us, and we'll get back to work.
All right.
All right.